What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So I just heard back from Tyler over at Metal Miners. I have mine up and running here. We'll check on it here on the pool side here in a minute, but I was gonna plan on putting these in my house, but it's 81 degrees outside. North Carolina was 40 degrees a week ago. So yeah, temperatures have been all over the place. This does put off a good amount of heat, but yeah, so all my stuff here, all my little miners and these GPUs and stuff, I put everything on hold for bringing it inside because I didn't want to put heat in the house when it's 80 degrees and I'm running air conditioning in the house. So yeah, that current situation's on hold, but he does have more metal miners coming in. So batch one is supposed to ship. Sorry, my airsoft gun's right there in the background. Batch one is supposed to be at my shop mid to late November, and then they're supposed to be in your hands before I think it was December 4th, but basically like the beginning of December, you guys will be receiving those. He said that he's actually running ahead of schedule, and he can open up and start batch two, and I'll get those basically 2 weeks after the first one. So middle of November I'll get batch one, end of November we'll get batch two. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the sales for more of the metal miners if you guys are interested. And some people, I do have some more information on like medium, low, and high settings, because he has like some pre-configured clock speeds, so you can run them in like a medium, low, or high orientation. So that will be all filled in on the product page if you guys are interested, that kind of thing. And some people had some questions and comments, concerns. Some people said like, hey man, these aren't as efficient as like the bid axes, and they are not. Especially, I just got my new bid axe Gamma in, and that thing is amazing. These are not running as new of chips as the bid axes, and actually they're not even as efficient as the Nano 3s, but they are cost effective, and that's kind of the avenue that Metal Miners is going. They're cost effective and they come with a solid warranty, and you shouldn't have any problems. They have actually a lot of overhead. So I'm going to be doing some comparison videos comparing, you know, the bid axes to the Nano 3s, and I have 3 working Nano 3s now. Finally, I have 4 Nano 3s that I own altogether, but 3 of them are working, and I'm running 1 in low, 1 in medium, and 1 in high. And I want to do the same thing with the metal miners. I'm just waiting on those to come in. I only have 1 right now, and so I'm just running it on standard, or I guess medium is what it would be, because you can definitely crank those bad boys up. But yeah, just getting a comparison. In the wintertime, I don't really care if it's going to burn, you know, 50, 75, even 100 more watts on the metal miner, especially in the wintertime and being inside. I'm basically going to dedicate like 1 circuit in my closet, and I'm going to put all my solo miners on a shelf, and then have like a little fan behind them. So I'll have my bid axes up there. I'll have the Nano 3s. I don't know. I'd say I'd spread some of them around. I'll probably put all the solo miners in one spot, and then I'll spread around some of the mining rigs into the other rooms, because I have full-fledged mining rigs with like 3090s in them, stuff like that. But yeah, so some people were bringing up like, oh man, that's not as efficient, blah, blah, blah. But you can get a higher hash rate. So if you want higher hash rate, or you value that, or you want more heat, it could work for you. And then some other people are like, why don't you just go buy an Antminer? Why don't you go buy like an S9 or a S17 and run it? And I don't know about you guys, have you ever run an Antminer inside of your house? Obviously there are ways to quieten them down, but they burn a ton of power and they make a ton of noise. So obviously these things aren't meant for everybody. They don't make money. They're not profitable. They are a pipe dream. You know, that's like, I'm running these solo miners for the I don't even want to call it a chance, but it is a chance at winning a Bitcoin block. And I think a lot of people don't understand what these lottery miners are doing. They're not, you're never going to return on investment on these things. Probably not. So if you don't have the money to spare, don't buy one. That's like my best form of advice. don't buy a Bidax, don't buy a Nano, don't buy a Metal Miner. There's a couple other out there. Brains has one. Don't buy that if you're not willing to basically take that money and throw it away. I look at it as it's a hobby investment, so it's something that I'm interested in, and I can run it, and it creates a little bit of heat in the wintertime, and then on the off chance that one day it accidentally hits a block and I get lucky and the sunshine shines on my tail, then I'd have an amazing story, and it'd be a wild ride, because then I get to reference old videos like this where I know I'm never going to hit a Bitcoin block, but if I do, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's just, you know, a little bit of advice for you guys out there that are looking at these things and trying to break down the technicalities of them, because they don't make sense. Yeah. They really don't make sense. None of them really make any money. If you put them on a pool, and I thought about doing that for a video where I put all of them like on unminable and show like what they're making, and maybe I will do that. Maybe that'd be a good video. They just don't make any money. Now, obviously, if Bitcoin goes, it's already at like 70-some thousand. For it to 2x and to 2x your revenue, it's unlikely. It's a lot more likely that you'd buy a GPU and mine something at a loss that is worth a lot less, and it's easier for it to double, triple, quadruple, and then you know, speculatively mine something and it pays off in the back end. That's the big difference between like Bitcoin and mining smaller coins. I feel like I've gotten way off track here. Anyway, there are metal miners coming up available on the web store for batch 2. That'll be live here in a little bit. So anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Adios. I totally forgot I was going to show you guys poolside. I started flipping everything over to unminable, and it's all still spooling up. It takes a while for everything to level off. But yeah, the metal miner is right there. So 3.5 terahash. And then I have one of the nanos is on high, one's on medium, and one's on low. I would assume that's how they lay in that fashion. But I'm just waiting for everything to get spooled up. Metal miners are all the way up to 3.5, but those nanos, those should hit 4. The one on medium should hit 3, and the one on low should hit 2 terahash. But yeah, peace out. See you later, guys.